Welcome in to a special In the Money podcast for Labor Day, Monday, September 5th at Parx, where they will have several stakes races on the holiday card. Tom Leach here along with Jim Goodman, Keeneland's Director of Mutuals and Simulcasting. And so a nice card at Parx. We thought we'd take a look at that. They've got an all-stakes pick 4, and it starts in the 6th race. And Lady Shipman looks like a cinch, Jim.
Yeah, I think last week we had a free square with Flintshire, and I think this one's just about
maybe better.
Definitely. Maybe better. She has 7 buyer figures in triple digits, 7 plus 100 buyer figures, and nobody else in the race has 1. So you talk about a triple fig advantage. I don't know what 7 is. Quintuple is 5. I don't know what 7 is. So anyway, she's going to win this race unless she just doesn't show up. And her last race was good. She only got 99 in the Royal North at Woodbine. Shortens up to 5 furlongs. She's 9 for 12 at 5 furlongs. So I don't think Lady Shipman's going to have any issues here. So I'm going to single her in the pick 4. The only one that I think stands to benefit if she doesn't show up is Melaleuca, the 5 horse, who's on a 2-race win streak, one at Indiana, one at Churchill. And those Indiana races, are a lot better than people think they are. And so she won the Brandywine there on July 19th. And no way Richie's Sweetheart is as bad as she's been the last couple races. She's got a lot of back class. Those two I'd play below Lady Shipman, but I would single Lady Shipman in the pick 4.
We'll both single her in the pick 4, so we'll just move on to the 7th race. It's the Grade 3 Greenwood Cup, 1.5 mile for 3-year-olds and up. I ended up taking Scuba here, the 5, for Brandon Walsh. I think he does a nice job with the marathon runners, and this horse looks like it is improving. And for those 2 reasons, I thought Scuba would be the one I'd go for here over the 3 Desvelo. Hawakam maybe is how that's pronounced, the 6. Bodhisattva, the 2, are others that I'd look at. But Scuba is going to be my win pick in the Greenwood Cup. How about you?
Yeah, this is a short field. I think Scuba might have just a slight advantage on Hawakam, but Hawakam ran right with Scuba, 3 back. And Scuba has stepped forward a little bit and ran second in the Monmouth Cup, Grade 2, to Bradester. And Bradester only beat him 2.5 lengths, and Bradester's running on Saturday as we tape this in the Woodward. So if he wins the Woodward, Scuba looks a whole lot better. But there's a little horse called who is that great horse that I'm thinking about?
I believe is who you're talking about.
Frost. Yeah, Frost has got to stub his toe for Bradester to win. But Scuba ran behind Bradester. I think he moves forward off that race. But Holcomb, because he ran right with him, actually beat Scuba by a neck at Churchill. So I'm going to use him in the pick 4 as well. And Desvelo, the 3, was my 3rd choice, the Argentinian bred. Ran well at Saratoga in the Birdstone last out. So I would use 3, 5, 6 in the pick 4 here.
8th race, the Turf Monster, Grade 3 on the turf at 5 furlongs for the boys 3 and up. No Ben's Cat in here this year. Power Alert is a horse that I've liked throughout his career. Had a good win on him on Derby Day a couple of years ago. I remember, though, that hearing his trainer talk about this horse prefers it firm, and with the hurricane that came from the Gulf and wandering up the East Coast, I'm thinking by Monday there could be some softness to the turf. So I'm going to go 5 Pool Winner here, who is interested in peak form, likes Parx, and Goldberg's been on fire at the meet, winning almost half his races going into the weekend at Parx. So I took the 5 Pool Winner. If it does end up firm, you might want to take a longer look at Power Alert, but Pool Winner's the pick. Then Power Alert, Sylvan Park 1, 8 Court, shipping in from Saratoga off a nice win for Weaver. 9 Run for Logistics are others that I like in there. But the win pick is Pool Winner, the 5 for me in the Turf Monster. How about you?
I'm right there with you. The only thing that I worry about with Pool Winner, there's a lot of speed in here. And he's obviously better on the lead. And Court's going to run with him, the 8, Dr. J-Dub, the 4, and Black Jet, the 6, all want the lead. If they hook up, and it is a firm turf course, I think Power Alert has a real shot. And coming out of the 2-hole, and Victor LeBron is an underrated rider, and I think if he can track the speed out of the 2-hole, and if somebody goes with Pool Winner, I think he's got a shot. And my exacta play would definitely be Power Alert and Pool Winner, box those 2. And I would use Pool Winner, the 5, and Power Alert 2 in the pick 4.
Finally, we'll go to the ninth race, the Grade 3 Smarty Jones for 3-year-olds. They'll go a mile and a 16th. Good field, big field in here. Didn't see a standout. Who did you go with?
Yeah, my rule comes in, if I can't eliminate half of them, I'm going to go all. So if you noticed, I've gone a little bit light in the early races. I actually have 6 horses in here that I think have a shot. It's a nice race, but there's no real standout. Wild About Deb, the 2, ran just behind Governor Malibu and Peter Pan, assuming he just didn't like the Thistledown track and the slop at the Ohio Derby, or not the slop, it just didn't like the track. It didn't run very well. He was 2-1 in the Ohio Derby. Coming out of Peter Pan, though, he only got beat by Governor Malibu by a length. So I think Wild About Deb has a real shot. Cocked and Loaded, the 3. They put him up for sale at Saratoga on August 4th. I couldn't believe he was in for $40,000 claiming, and he won by 5 with an 88 buyer, one of his best races ever. And that was a real bargain. You got a $400,000 earner for $40,000. So that was a great claim by Bing Cherry Racing and Mike Pino. So Cock and Loaded has a shot. I think 6, Stately Dude, the 6. Interesting horse for Greg Burchell, who's a protege of Kieran McLaughlin, a friend of his, and they swapped this horse back and forth. And this horse, they really liked him as a 2-year-old, ran the Breeders' Futurity at Keeneland, and then was on the shelf for a while, came back with a 103 buyer last out. If he runs back to that, he wins this. Gettysburg, the 7, exits the Belmont Stakes, where he was really non-competitive, but you got to look at that. Uncle Vinny, the 11, just has to be respected because of the connections with Fletcher. And the 13 intrigues me a little bit. Voluntario, Rudy Rodriguez always gets him ready, and this horse ran pretty well in the Dwyer behind Fish Trap. And American Freedom only beat him by 1 length in the Sir Barton back at Pimlico. So I think Voluntario has a real shot. But I'm going to go all here. If you don't have the money to do that, I would stick with those 6. That would be 2, 3, 6, 7, 11, 13.
I couldn't bring myself to pick Voluntario. I needed him to win on Preakness Day. He was a nice price, and he was coming up the inside, and I thought he was going to win it, and American Freedom held him at bay. But Cocked and Loaded is who I ended up going to. Like you, I did not have a strong opinion in here. And I thought Cocked and Loaded, is a graded stakes winner and has had some good days, mostly earlier in his career. But wondering if maybe that last race was a real confidence builder, got back in form, and as you say, a really sharp claim for a guy who is a sharp claiming trainer. So this horse has back class, woke up last time. Sharp trainer may have had this spot in mind, and if so, and if this horse is in peak form, he's not catching any world beaters in here. So I'm going to take Cocked and Loaded, hope to get a little bit of a price. The ones you mentioned are the ones that I would use with him: Wild About Deb, Stick Stately Dude, Gettysburg, Uncle Vinny, Voluntario. Uncle Vinny's the one I probably would have picked if I didn't go to Cocked and Loaded. Pletcher's sharp when he ships out to these circuits, so pay a lot of attention to Uncle Vinny, but I'm going to go Single Lady Shipman. I'd use all 4 that I mentioned in the Greenwood. I'd use probably Pool Winner and Power Alert, maybe Sylvan Park in the Turf Monster, and then all 6 of the ones we both mentioned here in the Smarty Jones for me. And you're singling Lady Shipman, going all at the end, so who you using in the middle 2 legs?
Yeah, I think in the 7th race, I would go 3 deep with Desvello, the 3, and Scuba, the 5, and Hawakam, the 6. And then in the 3rd leg, if I'm going to go all in the last, I'm going to limit it to Power Alert, the 2, and Pool Winner, the 5. Dr. J-Dub might be on a bigger ticket for me, the 4 horse. But I really think I can cover it with those 2. And then Court, possibly, but he's got a lot of speed, too. So I think the 2-5 would cover me there. Go all the last leg, just to make sure you got a real shot going into the last leg. And anybody can win that last one.
Best of luck on your Labor Day wagers for Parx or wherever else you're playing. It's closing day at Saratoga as well, so some great racing up there. The hopeful Keeneland sales grad Batuman is one of the leading contenders in that one. And we'll be back for next Saturday's racing card as we move closer to that Keeneland fall meet. For Jim Goodman, I'm Tom Leach. That is the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.